Well, we were talking this week about Shepherd Road Church, where everything really got started. So in 1995, the end of 1995, my husband and I were thinking about where we could go to help people. We didn't know what we were going to do. We had no idea. Very beginning in 96, we knew what we were doing because Pastor Eddie was in place, and we knew God had done that. And then we learned about Jeff Lewis, and he became the associate pastor at Shepherd Road. And he had the experience that none of us had. When Harry and Eddie and I were talking about what we could do, we had no idea that God had already put in motion. Jeff would come with knowledge and history, and he knew how to set things up.
And I remember when you and quite a few more was walking down the road and I met y'all. Jeff introduced me. Well, I'm gonna just be frank. All I can see was a bunch of white people standing up there talking about they finna come in the neighborhood and they finna do all this good work. Don't have no idea what y'all walking into, but y'all there.
We had no idea.
Yes, thank God that God was with y'all. Thank God.
Our first little ministry area that we had was a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. That's where we started. And we cooked there, we tutored there, we worshiped there. The neighborhood kids would come there when they just need a place to hang out.
And we learned a lot from the kids because some of them were a year or so behind in what they could read or their math or pretty simple things that they needed to be able to move at all in any direction. And in walks this man, young man, looked like he had just come out of the water surfing. And so everybody's kind of looking at him. That man changed the direction of everything for us.
Yes, he did.
I remember the first time I seen him.
Did you feel that way too?
They're gonna eat that little skinny white boy up. They're gonna eat him up. He had no idea that he was in that little tiny body. There was such a big, strong-hearted man. That was God had placed to move mountains.
The Lord's huge vision was that of Tim Mitchell. And we saw him do astounding things, and he would be the executive director. And I think one of the things that I had written down that I think we totally agree on is we can only boast of Christ Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's done. That's it. We can only boast in him of what he is, who he is. And I think what has hit me so hard is God's vision for Tim Mitchell became our vision for Tim Mitchell. And all of a sudden, the lights were coming on. And we had taken one baby step and another baby step. And then there was a lot of rocky roads. There were a lot of doors slammed in our face. There was a lot of trouble we had to work through. And we finally knew that we were okay doing what came next.